Bao Zheng lived a life of integrity and dedication, devoting himself wholeheartedly to the Northern Song court. However, in his twilight years, he suffered the loss of his son. Now, in his 60s, he lamented the possibility that the Bao family would have no successor. Unexpectedly, his daughter-in-law informed him that he still had a son. From a young age, Bao Zheng had always despised money, debt, and held himself to high standards. His father had a son late in life, having him when he was nearly 40. After more than a decade of diligent study, Bao Zheng passed the imperial examination at the age of 28 and was appointed a judge in the Dali court. In ancient times, those who passed the imperial examination at the age of 28 were considered promising young men. But for Bao Zheng, 28 felt a bit late, as his parents were already approaching 70. 70 is the age when one needs the care of children. However, according to ancient customs, successful jinshi candidates were not allowed to return to their hometowns to take up official positions. This was to prevent some candidates from colluding with local gentry. As his parents aged, their longing for their son grew stronger. Determined to care for his aging parents, Bao Zheng resolutely resigned his official position and returned to his hometown to carefully care for them. Not long after, both his parents passed away, and Bao Zheng mourned for them for many years. Only when the trees and weeds grew thick and overgrown several feet in front of his parents' tombs did Bao Zheng leave, turning back every few steps and bowing every 5 steps. Upon learning that Bao Zheng's mourning period had expired, the imperial court immediately ordered him to take up the post of magistrate in Tianshan County, Anhui province. Bao Zheng's first wife was surnamed Li. They had married before Bao Zheng passed the jinshi exam, but unfortunately, they were unable to have children. During Bao Zheng's early years studying away from home, Li fell seriously ill and passed away early. As Bao Zheng's academic workload grew, he did not remarry until after he passed the jinshi exam. His second wife, Dong, came from a family of scholars. She was well-read from a young age, and was renowned for her talent in the area. While Bao Zheng was serving in Jiangxi, Dong remained at home to care for his elderly parents. Later, when Bao Zheng decided to resign and return home, Dong firmly supported his decision. During the years of mourning at home, Dong remained at his side, a devoted wife and mother. During this time, their relationship blossomed, and they welcomed a son, whom Bao Zheng later named Bao Yu. Later, Bao Zheng was reappointed by the Ministry of Personnel to serve as Magistrate of Tianshan County. Since her parents had already been laid to rest, Dong left her hometown with her young son and moved to Tianshan County with her husband. In Tianshan County, despite Bao Zheng's daily toil, Dong remained uncomplaining. Sometimes, when Bao Zheng faced difficulties, Dong would lend her knowledge to help him solve them. At the time, Guangzhou was renowned for its priceless Duan inkstones. However, previous officials had abused their power for personal gain, causing untold hardship for the craftsmen who crafted them. Upon his arrival, Bao Zheng swept away the corrupt practices of the past, earning widespread praise from the common people, who hailed him as the honest judge. Soon after, Bao Zheng was promoted and transferred to the capital. Emperor Renzong of Song, impressed by his integrity and keen insight, appointed him censor-in-chief, responsible for monitoring the conduct of officials. Later, Renzong felt Bao Zheng's integrity that made him suitable for representing the Song dynasty on a diplomatic mission to the Liao kingdom, a powerful northern enemy. Upon his arrival, Bao Zheng's unwavering integrity earned him widespread acclaim among the Khitans and secured numerous benefits for the northern Song dynasty. Subsequently, Bao Zheng held positions in the Ministry of War and the Ministry of Justice, as well as serving as prefect in various regions. Ultimately, he became the prefect of Kaifeng, safeguarding the capital for Emperor Renzong. While Bao Zheng's career flourished, what kind of life did his wife, Dong, lead? While Bao Zheng devoted himself to the country, Dong remained at home, tending to household chores and raising their son, Bao Yu, to remarkable talent. Recognizing Bao Yu's exceptional scholarship, Emperor Renzong of Song granted him a position in the Imperial Rites Temple without waiting for him to take the imperial examination. By then, Bao Zheng was over 50, and Bao Yu was 20. The two served together in the Northern Song court, a story that became legendary. Seeing their son's promising young age, many wealthy families sought marriage proposals. Under Dong's auspices, Bao Yu married the daughter of the wealthy Cui family, in Beijing. After marrying into the Bao household, Cui and Dong bonded harmoniously, their relationship becoming like real mother and daughter. Cui, moreover, had been well-read and well-mannered since childhood. Perhaps fate, unwilling to see such a perfect match, took Bao Yu's life with a sudden illness. Seeing his son dead and his daughter-in-law, Cui, still young, Bao Zheng urged her to find another suitable husband to avoid hindering her future. However, Cui, believing she had married into the Bao family, was her lifelong member, and she willingly offered to support her deceased husband's parents. This deeply touched Bao Zheng and Dong, who began to treat her like their own daughter. Despite Cui's meticulous care, Dong still struggled to forget the pain of losing her son. Later, worried about the Bao family's lack of an heir, and since she was past childbearing age, Dong urged Bao Zheng to take a concubine and have another son. At Dong's insistence, Bao Zheng, now in his 50s, married Sunday Dong's maidservant as a concubine. Unexpectedly, Sunday, once a concubine, took advantage of her status and bossed Cui and the servants around. Soon, Bao Zheng, enraged, kicked Sun out of the house. However, Sun was pregnant when she left the Bao residence. After Sun gave birth to the child, Cui took him in to raise, intending to wait until Bao Zheng's anger subsided before revealing the truth. At the age of 60, Bao Zheng lamented his childless old age, feeling ashamed to face his ancestors that I end the afterlife. Upon hearing Bao Zheng sigh, his daughter-in-law, Cui, immediately knelt and said, "You still have a young son living out there." Overjoyed to see the child, they named him Bao Shou. 3 years later, Bao Zheng succumbed to a serious illness, and Dong soon followed suit, leaving Cui to raise Bao Shou alone. Thanks to Cui's careful nurturing, Bao Shou developed into a man of integrity and profound knowledge. He later earned the respect of Emperor Zhezong of Song, serving as a deputy minister and a judge